Hello, guys. My name is Mimi. This is a dash of colors. I know it's actually been a while, a long time, really. And, guys, I have had the most depressing week ever. Let me say, I'm more of anxious about 2022 because I feel like I have lots of work to do, especially because a whole year in my life was a year that I lost pain and did absolutely nothing else but survive the pain. So I'm talking about closure, and I know that people understand closure from the perspective of heartbreak or heartbreaking relationships clearly. But I'm speaking about closure in a very different light because everyone deserves closure. What is closure? Closure is coming in terms with whatever thing that hurt you and finding out why it had to hurt that much, or why whatever thing that happened. That is what I perceive closure as. But when I did my research on closure, I realized that most of the blogs were talking about closure as when you're done with a relationship. But I feel closure should include every kind of loss. Every kind of loss messes up with your entire existence. And heartbreak can also come in form of every other kind of loss. It doesn't have to be just in relationships as well. So it didn't make any sense that I couldn't find any blog talking about closure for hurt in general and not just for relationships. I believe that closure is very important because most of us are nursing pains that we want to let out, but we simply do not understand how everything happened, and we have not been able to wrap our heads around it. And this is why I know that seeking for closure is one of the best ways to actually deal with whatever hurt you're feeling. I started seeking for closure because after I lost all the money that I lost, I tried to ignore the fact that I was hurt and that I felt so much pain, and that I really wanted answers to why people that I trusted messed up big time. And recently I had to go back to those platforms, those conversations with people that actually defrauded me. Guys, it was not a nice feeling because it felt like having yourself hurt all over again. But I needed to tell myself that this was done with, this was gone, this has happened, and that I needed to look onto the future for some of the amazing thing out there. I needed closure to finally embrace the fact that I have to work hard again, work harder than I used to make money, to have abundance, to have whatever thing that I used to have. And it wasn't something that I felt like I really needed. But after going to look at conversations with Ayobami, look at Conversations or Quintessential, look at SU Global, look at all those platforms. What I could tell myself was, it's okay that you messed up. It's okay that you really, really messed up. But this is done. And yes, it wasn't a very good feeling for me. So why is closure important, irrespective of why or what exactly you're seeking closure for? Why is it essential? Why is it something that you need to do if you've been hurt by something or even someone? In my case, it was some people. Why is closure necessary? And the first thing is healing. We need healing from hurt. You need to come to a point where you do not feel miserable because of certain decisions that you've made in the past. So seeking for closure is just an opportunity to let yourself come in terms with the fact that you need to heal. You need to forgive yourself. Another reason why we need closure is because it makes moving on very, very easy. Moving on from the fact that you're broke and you need to work now. Moving on from the fact that I am indebted to a lot of people. Moving on from the fact that I need to find a new part of life to be successful at again. But seeking for closure made me realize how much I need to dust myself, how much I need to clean the sands that I have poured on my head all these months. I believe seeking for closure would indefinitely lead to happiness. Because when you've accepted that everything happened, you've accepted the fact that there's absolutely nothing you can do anymore about the situation or about the person, you start learning how to be happy with whatever thing that you have left. It could be life, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be anything. So you expose yourself to a point where you are completely happy with how things are, and you're willing to make the right changes that you need for yourself. I needed closure because I needed peace. I wanted peace. I was haunted by the fact that I could have made the opposite of decisions that I made. I blamed myself all these months because I felt like I should have done it the other way around. But I needed closure to finally accept this and to bring my heart, bring my spirit, my soul to a hurt from roaming around and from all the storm it has been feeling these months. So basically, I started looking out for closure because I wanted to have peace, because I wanted to feel at peace. So what do you feel after closure? Despair or peace? I would say that after I had gone back to the platforms that defrauded me, just to look at them again, I felt despair at myself because I felt like I was used and I felt like I was dumb. And that was what I felt at first. But after a while, right now, I feel so much at peace because I've actually come in terms with the fact that these things have happened, and I need to put myself together. I need to figure out what next to do. It is the craziest thing that I have to do right now, but it's almost 2022, and I do not want to spend 2022 worrying about money that had already been taken and probably spent by those who defrauded me. I need to start focusing on how to switch to a very good career, how to create multiple streams of income for myself, and how to start making better investment decisions. See, this is what I felt at first. I felt despair, I felt angry, and then now it just feels like it's peace. So I'm going to end this episode saying you deserve to know why anything ended the way it ended. You deserve the peace that comes from closure. You definitely deserve closure if you are hurting in any way. So closure is simply accepting what your heart needs because of obviously what the mind knows. So I hope today's episode made a lot of sense to you. I really hope it did, because I'm just trying to share the experience that I have had these few days after much crying and feeling miserable. So I hope you actually enjoyed this episode, guys. See you all much later. Goodbye.